7 days ago, I found a number scribbled on the back of an old receipt in my coat pocket. A number I never wrote. A number that shouldn't have been there. And by the 7th day, that number had shown up so many times, on clocks, on license plates, on a text message I never expected, that I stopped calling it a coincidence. I started calling it a message. And what happened after I finally listened to it changed the way I think about money forever. Before I tell you what that number was, and what it did, hit subscribe right now. Because this channel exists for one reason: to help you notice the signs your life has been sending you all along. The ones you've been too busy, too tired, or too skeptical to see. If you've ever felt like something bigger is trying to get your attention, you're going to want to stay for this whole video. Because what I'm about to share isn't a theory, it's something I lived, day by day, for 1 week. And I documented every single moment of it. It started on a Tuesday. Nothing special about that day. I was going through an old coat, the kind you forget you own until winter forces you to dig it out. And there, folded into the inside pocket, was a receipt from a coffee shop I didn't remember visiting. On the back, in handwriting that wasn't mine, was a single number, not a phone number, not a price, just a number, written plainly, almost deliberately, like someone wanted it to be found. I stared at it longer than I should have. There was something about it that felt familiar, like I'd seen it somewhere before, but couldn't place where. I put the receipt on my desk and went on with my day. That should have been the end of it. But that night, I glanced at the clock at exactly the wrong, or exactly the right, moment. Same number. Not similar. Identical. I told myself it was nothing. Clocks repeat numbers all the time. That's just how time works. Except the next morning, driving to get groceries, a car pulled in front of me. The license plate had that same number, arranged differently, but unmistakably there. By the 3rd time, my chest tightened in a way I couldn't ignore. I wasn't looking for this number. It was looking for me. And somewhere deep down, a question started forming that I couldn't shake. What if this number wasn't random at all? What if it was trying to tell me something about the one part of my life I'd been struggling with the most? Money. So I did what anyone slightly desperate and slightly curious would do. I searched it, and what I found stopped me cold. The number was 888. In numerology, 888 isn't just a number. It's considered one of the most powerful symbols of financial abundance that exists. Turn the number 8 on its side, and you get the infinity symbol. Endless, unbroken, flowing in a continuous loop with no beginning and no end. That's not an accident. Many spiritual traditions believe 888 represents a cycle completing itself. The closing of one financial chapter and the opening of a new one. Richer, more aligned, more abundant. Some call it an angel number. Others call it a universal signal. But almost every tradition agrees on one thing. When 888 keeps appearing in your life, it's not asking you to wait. It's telling you that abundance is already in motion, and it wants you to notice, so you can receive it. I sat with that for a long time, because if this was true, if this number really did mean what people said it meant, then it had been trying to reach me for days, maybe longer, and I had almost missed it completely. But knowing what a symbol means is one thing. Knowing what to do with it is something else entirely. So I asked myself a harder question. If 888 truly is a signal of financial abundance beginning to flow, what happens if you actually work with it? Not just notice it, not just Google it and move on with your day. What if, for 7 full days, I built my mindset, my actions, and my attention entirely around this number? What if I treated it not as a coincidence to admire, but as an invitation to respond to? Would anything actually change? Or would it just be one more thing I'd forget about by next week, filed away with every other interesting fact that never touched my real life? I decided there was only one way to find out. I gave myself 7 days. One number. One method. No skipping. no shortcuts. And I want to walk you through exactly what happened, because some of it I still can't fully explain. Day 1. I wrote 888 on a sticky note and placed it where I'd see it first thing every morning, on my bathroom mirror. Every time I saw it, I said one sentence out loud. Abundance flows to me easily and endlessly. I felt a little ridiculous saying it to my own reflection, but I said it anyway. That day, nothing dramatic happened. I went to work. I paid a bill I'd been dreading. Normal Tuesday. If I'm honest, I almost gave up right there, convinced this was going to be a waste of a week. Day 2, I added something small. Every time I spent money, instead of feeling the usual tightness in my stomach, I tried saying silently, "This money is returning to me, multiplied." It felt strange forcing gratitude into moments that used to bring me anxiety. But something about repeating it made the anxiety just slightly quieter. That evening I got an email, a refund I completely forgot I was owed, from a subscription I'd canceled months ago. Small amount. Not life-changing, but it was money coming back to me, unprompted, on day 2 of working with a number that symbolizes exactly that. I told myself it was a coincidence. I wrote it down anyway. Day 3. This time I leaned into stillness instead of repetition. I sat quietly for 8 minutes, deliberately choosing 8 to match the number I was working with, and simply imagined my bank account, my opportunities, my sense of security, expanding. Not desperately wishing, just allowing myself to picture it as already true. I want to be honest with you. Nothing outwardly happened that day. No money, no emails, just a strange, settled calm that followed me for hours afterward, like something inside me had exhaled. Day 4. An old colleague messaged me out of nowhere, someone I hadn't spoken to in over a year. She mentioned a freelance opportunity, almost in passing, and asked if I'd be interested. I checked the time she sent the message. 8:08. I sat there staring at my phone, feeling that same tightness in my chest from the very first night with the clock. Not fear this time. Recognition. Day 5. I said yes to the opportunity. It felt small in the moment. One email, one conversation, but it was the first real, tangible action I had taken that week that lined up with everything I'd been quietly asking for. Day 6. The details of the freelance project came through. The number attached to the payment wasn't 888 exactly. But when I added the digits together, out of curiosity more than expectation, they reduced down to the number 8. I know how that sounds. I know skepticism is the reasonable response here. I had it too at first. Day 7. The final day. I didn't do anything dramatic. I just sat with everything that had unfolded that week. The receipt, the clock, the license plate, the refund, the message at 8:08, the opportunity, the payment. 7 days of small, quiet nudges that individually meant nothing, but together painted something impossible to ignore. I wasn't the same person who found that receipt on Tuesday. Here's what I understand now that I didn't understand on day 1. The number itself was never the point. 888 wasn't some magic code that made money appear out of nowhere. What it did, what I believe it was always meant to do, was interrupt me. It broke through the noise of my everyday thinking and forced me to pay attention to something I'd been ignoring. The quiet, constant flow of opportunity that had probably been available to me all along, but that I was too anxious, too distracted, or too doubtful to notice. Spiritual teachers have said this for centuries in different ways. Abundance isn't something you summon from nothing. It's something you align with, something that's already moving toward you, waiting for you to stop blocking it with fear, scarcity, and self-doubt. The number was the doorway. My attention was the key. Every time I noticed 888, I wasn't creating a miracle. I was choosing, in that exact moment, to believe that good was possible instead of assuming it wasn't. And that shift, small, repeated, 7 times over, changed what I was willing to see, say yes to, and act on. That's the part nobody tells you about manifestation. It was never about the universe handing you something for free. It's about becoming someone who's finally ready to receive it. If you want to try this for yourself, here's exactly what I did, and what I'd recommend to anyone starting today. First, choose your number with intention. If 8888 has been showing up in your life already, start there. If not, sit quietly and ask which number feels right to you. Trust the one that comes to mind first. Second, anchor it to a daily ritual. Write it somewhere you'll see it every morning. Pair it with one sentence of gratitude or affirmation, spoken out loud if you can. Repetition is what turns a symbol into a mindset. Third, track every small shift, not just money. Watch for unexpected opportunities, messages from people you haven't heard from, ideas that arrive out of nowhere. Abundance rarely knocks on the front door labeled money. It slips in through side doors you weren't watching. Fourth, and this is the part most people skip, take action when the door opens. The email, the message, the opportunity, none of it matters if you don't respond. My freelance opportunity wasn't handed to me. I had to say yes. And finally, give it 7 full days. Not 1, not 3. 7. Because the truth is, most people quit right before the pattern reveals itself. Don't be most people. Looking back now, I don't think that receipt ended up in my coat pocket by accident. I don't think the clock, the license plate, or the message at 8:08 were random either. I think sometimes, abundance tries to get our attention in the quietest possible ways, long before it shows up in our bank account. And most of us are moving so fast, worrying so hard about what we don't have, that we miss it completely. This week didn't make me rich, but it made me aware. And awareness, I've learned, is where every real change actually begins. If 888, or any number, any symbol, any strange little pattern, keeps showing up in your life, I don't think it's asking you to be afraid of it, or to dismiss it. I think it's asking you to pay attention. If this story resonated with you even a little, if some part of you is now thinking about a number or a symbol that's been quietly following you too, tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and I want to know what's been showing up in your life. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to The Word Creates. This channel is built for people like you, people who sense there's more happening beneath the surface of everyday life, and who are ready to start noticing it. If you want to go deeper into what these numbers really mean, I made a video breaking down the most powerful abundance numbers and exactly what each one is trying to tell you. Click on it now, because the next sign you've been waiting for might be exactly one video away.